Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Devin from Saratoga Campcraft. Happy Easter! It's Easter Sunday today as I'm shooting this video. Got up early this morning with the kids. 3 of the little ones got new four-wheelers, so we spent all morning chasing them around outside on their new four-wheelers. We did, of course, our Easter egg hunt, had our nice family breakfast, and spent some nice quality time together. It was a wonderful thing, and God has given us this great, beautiful day to do so. I wanted to get out here real quick and kind of shoot this video. Mama and the babies are home sleeping, so it gives me the opportunity to get out here into God's country and do this real quick. It's been on my mind. Deer hunting. I'm talking about deer hunting. Yep, completely sideways on you. Now we're talking deer hunting. Deer hunting starts the day the season ends. Alright, previous hunting season ends, you want to get out there in the woods and check out how the deer were moving through the habitat and using it, so you can plan your attack for next hunting season, and also take some of your stands that you had from the previous hunting season and maybe do a little tweaking. And that's what I'm going to talk about here today, is the tweaking of this stand that is right behind me. Now let's talk a little bit why I chose this particular spot. Alright, first of all, I love hunting out of pine trees. Pine trees provide excellent cover, as you can see. There's all sorts of branches to kind of hide your movement. The leaves don't fall off the tree, and you're pretty concealed in there if you do it right and don't trim too much out of the tree. Now, another thing that's great about pine trees is cover scent. Pine trees give off that pine scent. So if you do your proper scent management and spray yourself down before and every hunt, keep your hunting clothes in scent-free bags and all that wonderful stuff. You come out here, you get up in your tree, and you got that fresh pine scent to also help you out by covering you up. Also, another reason why I chose this stand location is we're kind of on a high point. It's a subtle ridge coming throughout the woods right here. There's not a huge drop off on both sides, but the left side over here, it drops down into this really super thick swampy area. There's really thick pines down in there, down birch trees, and all sorts of wonderful hiding spaces for the deer. And I know for a fact that the deer are bedding in there because I've scouted the area, and I've several times jumped deer right up out of their beds just scouting out through there throughout the year. On the other side of the equation over here, we got nice thick cover coming up through here on this top, like I said, ridge coming down through here. There's nice thick cover coming through here, and then down on the other side is a nice hardwood stand. And it's got some giant oaks that produce massive amounts of acorns. And also on the other side of that, there's a little bedding area that I know deer bed in, because at the very end of last season, I said, where the heck are these deer, man? I am going to go after them. I don't care if I'm carrying a bow. I'm going to go find out where these deer were, and I did. I jumped a couple deer down in there. Unfortunately, didn't get a shot because it was so thick, and I got the bow got hung up on the vine, and it didn't happen. But anyway, I know they're bedding down there now. Alright, the first thing I want to show you is the access over here to this tree stand. The tree stand's behind me, and we're looking down the path that I came in. Now notice how super thick it is up here. Super thick on both the left and right side of the trail. So I can sneak up in here concealed. As long as I play the wind, I can get into my stand nice and quiet without ever being seen, or the deer even knowing that I was there. Now we're going to spin around, and we're going to head south down towards the tree stand. And if you look right here, there's a nice print telling me that the deer are absolutely using this path. Now we're getting real close to the stand location. It kind of opens up a little bit. The sun gets in here. As you can see, it's early spring, and it's already starting to turn green in here. So there's plenty of green browse for the deer to come in and munch on. And if they come down the trail the way we just came, they're probably going to stop here and start some munching on some of this moss or whatnot. And little do they know, I'll be sitting right there in that tree waiting for them. Now I'm going to show you another aspect of this stand location. Now you can go in the woods and find a game trail, a single game trail running through the woods, and you can set up there and hope and pray that a deer is going to come through there. Well, I like to up the odds a little bit. And this is actually a little hub section, a little nexus as I'd like to call it, where a whole bunch of trails come together. All right, so right here is a crossway. We got this trail that we're looking down, running south to north, and then we have another trail over here that comes from east to west, and it's an actual deer path. It's not a cut trail. So they work their way through the woods, and I manipulate it a little bit, and I'll show you that in a second. But they come right across this trail from that bottom bedding area, come across, and then they go down to the hardwoods over that way. So this is a little trail intersection going on here. And once you get down through there into the bottom area, the trails kind of fan out, so it funnels the deer. They'll come up through here, and it's so thick on both the north side and the south side that this is their only crossing point that they cross through within a good couple hundred yards. So I know they're going to move up through here. Like I said, they funnel out of the swampy bedding area down there, and then they're going to come up here to do some munching. And they come across over here. All right, now what I did with this trail is I kind of moved it closer to my tree stand. They were coming over to the right just a little bit farther, which was out of bow range, and I wanted to get them to come in closer to the stand, so if they come out of the trail, my tree stand is right over there and they're in close proximity. So I cut this path coming through here, cut some stuff out of the way to make it easy for them to come through. And the actual trail that they were using last season is right here. I'll try to zoom out a little bit. You can see that was a beaten down path that they were using heavily. And I just took some down trees and crossed the path right there to kind of block it off and force them to go closer to the stand. And I did the same thing over here on the other side of the trail. I created a little fence with a whole bunch of downed logs. Not to make it look too obvious, make it look a little more natural, like the trees just broke and kind of landed there. Now over to the right of this fence that I built, which is on the other side of the trail of where they come out of the swamp, I really wanted to make something here that would keep them interested, or that they would be interested in. I didn't necessarily want to put like a small food plot in here because there's enough browse. So I was thinking, what can I do to get the deer to stop and look at something and maybe possibly put them in position for a shot. So what I did is I created a mock scrape over here. Now, a lot of people think that deer won't use a scrape until the fall, or make scrapes until the fall breeding season. That's actually not true. Bucks will make scrapes throughout the year to leave their little scent markers telling people, hey, I'm here and I want to see who else is here. So throughout the year, deer will still use scrapes. So I kicked open the ground right here and I peed in it. And deer are already hitting it. There's a hoof print right down there and a hoof print right on the other side. And right above that, I have a licking branch and this vine. See that vine hanging dangling there? Deer will come up there and they'll want to play with that with their nose and their orbital glands and their antlers, and they're going to leave a scent marker behind on that licking branch. And that's, again, says, hey, I'm here and I'm looking to see who else is here. Now the other part about this is I've got it nestled over here in this little corner, and it's going to position the deer so when they come in here and check out this scrape and mess around with that licking branch, they're going to be at a perfect broadside position or even slightly quartering away for an easy 20-yard shot from my tree stand. Now it was all thick through there. I had to kind of cut a little tunnel out so my arrow could slice through there. But that's why you're out here doing this early, because you don't want to disturb all this stuff right before the season or during the season, because the bucks will notice subtle changes like that. So if you do it early on, they got plenty of time to get used to it. And like I said, I moved the trail over a bit. So to help them, again, just like the other side, there's a whole bunch of trails that fan out from here and come to this little pinch point or funnel. So I took this natural fence, I built this natural fence up to kind of push them in real close to my tree stand, and then I cut a path for them to come around the back side of this little fenced in area, which puts them right in here at a perfect 20 yards. And we'll continue on down the trail here. And what I did was cut a little tunnel out of all this thick stuff. I didn't want to make it too wide. I wanted the deer to still feel secure moving through here and want to use this trail. And I wanted to cut a bunch of branches and stuff out of the way because bucks are lazy. They like to use the path of least resistance, and also during the summertime when their antlers are growing, they don't want to be whacking their antlers off a bunch of branches as they're in velvet, because it causes somewhat of a pain response in them, and you know, it can mess up their antlers. So they want to take the path of least resistance and cruise through, and I created that for them with this little tunnel. They're going to come meandering down through here, feeling all safe and secure. And they're going to step here and they're going to be walking, and they're going to be perfectly perpendicular to me and offer me an awesome broadside shot, because there I'll be sitting right there in that tree. And if you come down through here, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's a bunch of leaves and stuff kicked up because the deer have been moving through here already. There's also a bunch of little twigs and stuff that look like they've been browsed on. So I know they're meandering through here, and I know they're munching on their way to their main food sources. And this is a nice little open area that offers me plenty of time to get that broadside shot and wait for them to stop and let the arrow fly. Alright, well there you go. Some springtime stand maintenance tips and tricks for you. I hope this video really helps you guys out, gets them juices flowing. Now is the time to get out there before the leaves pop, so you can see what it's going to look like when the leaves drop this upcoming deer season. Tweak your stand locations, cut your shooting lanes, move trails closer to your stand if you gotta. That way you're ready opening day. I want to give a shout out real quick to Jeff Sturgis over there, Whitetail Habitat Solutions YouTube channel. He's got a great channel, and actually that little scrape trick that I was telling you about with the overhanging vine, man, he's got some awesome video. He uses that stuff all the time. He's got some great video of bucks and does just coming up and just really loving that vine and rubbing on the curling their lips and rubbing all up on it, and it gets them to stop right where he wants them to stop. So go check out his channel, and thanks for watching my channel. You know, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. And in the next video, we're going to talk about my man purse, the Hidden Woodsman Haversack, and what I carry with me during these springtime scouting and stand maintenance trips. So until next time, happy adventures and good luck out there. Alright, well there you go. Some springtime stand maintenance tips and tricks for you. I hope this video really helps you guys out and gets it. I gotta poop so bad. Oh my God, I'm never gonna get through this video.